So we have the imminent arrival of Season 4 Reloaded, and there's a few new features being added to it. But there's also a few things that need to be fixed within the DMZ and with Warzone in general. So in this video, I'm going to break down 5 reasons why we think DMZ is completely broken. First off, we have the 15-minute cooldowns on weapon blueprints. Now, I don't really have a big issue with 15-minute cooldowns in your insured slots for particular blueprints. What I have an issue with, and what I think is a big problem, is that it's not just restricted to the blueprint. Once a blueprint is released for a particular weapon, here you can see the return to sender blueprint for the FJX Imperium sniper rifle. That has a 15-minute cooldown. What I have an issue with is the fact that you can completely modify this weapon to anything you want. You can change all of the attachments, all of the camo for that weapon, and then save it as a custom weapon. And that will still then have the 15-minute cooldown, even with all of your new attachments, all of the tuning, all of the new camo, and it is still a 15-minute cooldown weapon. And that is what I have an issue with, is basically once they release a 15-minute cooldown blueprint, that gun now doesn't need to do any of the weapons in short slot cooldown reduction. So once you, as you can see here, it completely eliminates the point of doing that. So you don't need to do any of that cooldown reduction for any of those slots. Because as long as you use a weapon with a 15-minute cooldown, you can change it to whatever you want, and that will still be able to have that 15-minute cooldown. So that's the first one. Number 2 is the wallet. Now, as with the 15-minute cooldown, I don't really have an issue with this in itself. What I have an issue with is how big the wallet is. So basically, the wallet in its current form, you can have, I believe, maybe stand to be corrected, but I believe you can have up to 1.2 million at any one time. So you can expand the wallet up to $1 million. As long as you do all of the upgrades and complete all the missions and all that kind of stuff, you can expand it up to $1 million. And then you can carry on your person an additional 250,000. So if you have your wallet maxed out on $1 million and then you extract with $250,000, then you will have that amount on you at any one time. And the problem is the items haven't got any more expensive in DMZ. The large backpack is still 30,000. The 3-plate armor vest is still 35,000. Mortar strikes are still around 10,000. Large bags, all that kind of stuff. You can basically go in and buy what you want. And cash is still very easy to find. So if they made cash harder to find and they made the items like a 3-plate and a large bag more expensive, then I think this would be worth it. I also think they should reduce the wallet size amount up to around 250 to 300,000 with all of the expansions, because, so let's say for example you start off with $50,000 okay in your wallet, and then you can expand it with little incremental upgrades up to a maximum of 300,000. Then you could infill with that 300,000 and you could still with exfil with it and unlock all of your insured slots. You could also take in, say, 50,000, 100,000 and buy yourself a full rekit like a 3-plate vest, a large bag, self-revive, kill streak, all of that kind of stuff. I also think they should maybe increase the prices of the items at the buy station. Maybe double them, maybe make a large bag 60,000, 3-plate vest 70. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I just think that people moan about the bundles and the pay to win element of the bundles. But the bundles only give you one thing most of the time. You'll either get a 2-plate vest or a self-revive, something like that. But the issue with the wallet is that you could literally have a maxed out wallet with $1 million in it and then still go in with 100,000 and you could pretty much buy whatever you want. And the cash is still easy to find. The weapons and the 3-plate and the large bag and everything is still the same price. And when you exfil with any money, it still stays in your wallet. In your bag, sorry, it doesn't disappear. I think that it should, any cash that's not in your wallet, if you exfil with it and your wallet is already maxed out, that money should then disappear, so that you actually have some level of risk to taking money in out of your wallet. Because if you had, say, I don't know, let's say you had a wallet limit of 500,000. If you took in 100,000 and you got wiped by another team, you've now lost that 100,000. There's a risk element to it. Whereas if your wallet is already maxed out and you're taking in additional cash that you've previously exfilled with, there's no risk element to that. So this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think if they just tweak the wallet slightly, make the limit maybe 300,000 with all the upgrades, make any additional cash you exfil with on top of that disappear on exfil, and make the items in a buy station more expensive, I think that the wallet would be about right there. But at the moment, I think it's a bit broken and makes it so that there's no real need to barter or to hunt for items to loot to make a vest and stuff like that. At number 3, we have something that everybody hates, and that is the pre-made platoons. Now, this is something we're hoping they're going to fix in Season 4 Reloaded, but at the moment, we have a lot of issues with pre-made platoons coming in. A lot of the time they have the Chinese symbols up against their names. They have no voice comms in game, and they all run around with shotguns and all that kind of stuff, and they just go around trying to wipe the lobby. And it is just extremely irritating. It's making it difficult for solos, even trios. It's making it difficult for in the DMZ. And we're hoping that this is something that they're going to fix. Now, there was talk of in Season 4 Reloaded, they're going to make it so that when you do a lot of squad hunting, you have some sort of consequences against your name, and you are marked as some sort of squad hunter, and the bots target you more, and the bots are all over you in the game. And that's something that would be good. We're not really sure how this is going to play out, and there's been nothing confirmed. If anybody knows, let me know down in the comments. But pre-made platoons are something that's really destroying DMZ at the moment, and we're hoping they're going to fix it in Season 4. Another one is server issues. Now, I don't know how they could fix this, but we find more often than not that even with a high-end computer and a lot of gaming power, you will get a lot of packet burst, you'll get a lot of lag, and you'll get high ping rates when you're trying to enter a game. And this is something that's really frustrating. It can cause you to just bug out and DC from the game. Another thing this causes, which really winds me up personally, is let's say you're on a 5 exfil streak, you've got your gold dog tags, you're fully looted with your large bag, kill streaks, 3-plate vest, self-revive, all that kind of stuff, and then you suddenly DC from the game. You haven't been wiped by a squad, you haven't just quit off your own back, you've been DC'd, or you've lagged out, or the game's crashed, or whatever, that you lose all your stuff, and that is something that's frustrating. I think that you should lose. I don't know how they'd make this work, but I think that they should make this so that if you get wiped by a squad or you leave the game voluntarily, then you lose your stuff. Other than that, DCs, game crashes, they should let you keep it. I'm not sure how they would implement that, but this is something that's causing a lot of problems. It's always caused problems. Even with high rate internet and a good gaming PC, people are still having these issues, and it's something that needs to be fixed. And finally, we're having loadout bugs. Now, something that irritates a lot of people is loadout bugs. You could infill with 2 guns, and maybe 1 in your bag, and more often than not, you will only ever come in with 1 gun, and you will lose a gun. So I've done it before where I infill with an AR and a sniper, and probably half the time, 50% of the time, I will only infill with my sniper. So I end up just running around with a sniper trying to get a ground loot AR or a ground loot weapon so I can fight up close with people. And it is frustrating. It is annoying. Some people were saying it's due to the blueprints. You might not have unlocked the blueprints, but it's still a big problem, and it's still something that people need to fix, and Activision need to get a hold of, because it's an ongoing problem. And there's especially in my chats and my live streams, there's at least once in every live stream where people are dropping the 3000 devs emoji because people are just not fixing it, and Activision are not fixing the core issues. This is supposed to be a high-end game with tons and tons of revenue and loads of people working on it, and they still have the basic fundamental issues, glitches, server problems, loadout bugs, all of that kind of stuff, and it's just things that they need to get hold of. It's basic stuff that they need to fix. So those are my top 5. Let me know which out of those 5 are your biggest gripes with this game and you want to see fixed with Season 4 Reloaded, or even in Season 5. Let me know if there's any additional that I've missed out that you would include in the comments. A lot of these are from my community where they've raised these issues. Let me know if there's any that I've missed or what you would include. What would you have fixed? See you in the next one, people, and don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys good? Do you want me to pick you up?
I'm on. Yeah, I'm coming now. There he is.
He's in front of me.
Come on, Hawk, quick.
Got him. I got him.
Go, 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 go. 20 seconds, bro. 20 seconds.
I'm coming. Ah! I got the jug. Whoa.
Let's go.
GG's.
Wait, so re-up on your anti-operator and you've come out of a Sheikah alive.
With a gold skull.
Check fire.
Take it. Someone grab a selfie.
I'm good.
Selfie.
Ultra One,
No,
enemy
I
threat
do
is
need to do
low
is
in the area.
I got an armor box for next run. Sweet. Selfie.
GG's.
Let's go, Hawkeye.